started carnivore because you were tired of the confusion. You said, that's it. I'm done arguing about broccoli. I'm done counting points. I'm going to eat real food, meat, salt, water, and finally let this body heal. And yet, here we are. The scale is side-eyeing you. The blood sugar is better but not great. You're still inflamed. And you're thinking, carnivore worked for everybody on YouTube. Why is my body playing hard to get? Let's talk about the real reason your carnivore diet isn't working yet. It's not because ribeye is bad for you. It's not because you need more fiber. It's not even because you're not strict enough. It's because you didn't lower insulin enough. Not carb insulin. You traded bread for brisket. But you kept doing the little things that whispered to your pancreas all day long. The coffee with cream at 6 a.m. The second coffee with heavy cream at 9 a.m. And cheese doesn't count at 10 a.m. Bone broth at 1. A few slices of salami at 3. A keto treat at 5. And then dinner at 7 p.m. You're technically carnivore, but metabolically, you're grazing. And a grazing human is an insulin-leaking human. Let me put my doctor hat on for a second. Here's the metabolism. Insulin is your storage hormone. When it's high, you store. When it's low, you burn. That's the whole movie. On a carnivore diet, carbs are down. Beautiful. But insulin doesn't respond only to carbs. It also responds to how often you eat, what proteins you eat, what kind of fat you pair it with, and even to tasty signals. Every time you stimulate digestion, even with just cream, just cheese, just a sip, just one little something, you tell the body, we're in fed mode. Don't release fat. Don't tap into those love handles. We have incoming. So what happens? You feel like you're doing everything right, but your insulin never spends enough time low to let your body get aggressive with fat burning, healing, and reversing insulin resistance. Think of insulin like a garage door. To get the car out your stored fat, the door has to stay open long enough. If you're opening and closing it every hour, because you keep walking in and out for snacks, the car never leaves. That's you with coffee creamers, cheese nibbles, and I was just hungry. Now, let's go deeper, because you know I'm a root cause guy. Most people doing carnivore come in already insulin resistant, pre-diabetes, metabolic syndrome, PCOS, hypertension, belly fat, and that I gained 3 pounds just thinking about Thanksgiving. Insulin resistance means your cells don't respond well to insulin. So the pancreas makes more, and more, and more. You can lower carbs and still have high insulin because your body is trying to push nutrients into resistant cells. So if you start carnivore with high insulin and then feed your body all day, even with low carb, animal-based foods, you may not get the drop you expected. You have carnivore foods, but not a carnivore hormonal pattern. That's why someone else can eat 2 pounds of beef and drop 15 pounds in a month, and you eat like a little lion and your body says, cute, I'll keep all of it. Because it's not just what you eat, it's when, how often, and in what metabolic context. Let's talk about the holy trinity of why this is stalling me. Number 1, coffee with cream. Black coffee is mostly fine metabolically for most people, but coffee with heavy cream, half and half, butter, MCT, and then another cup, and another, that's calories plus taste plus fat-induced insulin response. Plus, no fasting window. The body never gets to rest. For some of you, your coffee habit is actually your I eat breakfast from 6 a.m. to noon habit. Number 2, dairy. Let's be clear. I love dairy, but dairy does not always love us back. Whey is insulinogenic. Cheese is delicious and easy to overconsume. And for some people, very insulin stimulating. If you're inflamed, not losing, skin is acting up, and you can't stop snacking, dairy is always on the suspect list. Number 3, snacking. Carnivore is supposed to make you satiated. If you're hungry all the time, that's feedback. Either your meals aren't big enough, or you're still insulin resistant, or your stress and sleep is jacked up. But the fix is not to snack all day, it's to fix the upstream issue. Every snack is a no fat burning for you notice. So what do? We run an N=1 experiment, because you, my friend, are not a study. You are the study. Here's how to do it like a pro. Week 1, eat 2 to 3 real carnivore meals. No snacking, no cream. If you must do coffee, do it black, or confine the cream to the meal so it counts as part of the meal, not its own event. Track weight, waste, fasting glucose if you can. And this is important. How long you go between meals before you feel hungry. Week 2, keep meals the same. Remove all dairy. I know, but doctor, cheese is life. I love you, but cheese is also insulin sometimes. Do 7 days dairy-free carnivore. Track again. Week 3, keep it tight, but now add a 4 to 6 hour eating window 3 days that week. Not every day, just 3. So maybe on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you eat from 11 to 4. The other days, 2 to 3 meals. Track again. By day 21, you will know more about your body than any online carnivore debate. Some of you are going to discover, oh wow, it was the cream. Some of you, it was the cheese. Some of you, I was eating 5 times a day and calling it carnivore. And a handful of you will say, even with that, I didn't move. Those folks need to go deeper. Stress, cortisol, thyroid, perimenopause or menopause, sleep apnea, meds, past dieting history, because bio-individuality is real. Let me say that again so the internet hears it. Carnivore is powerful, but you are still an individual. Genetics, hormones, age, sex, how broken the metabolism was, how long you were inflamed, how much visceral fat you have. These all change how fast you respond. So don't quit carnivore when the truth is you just needed to quit snacking. Another piece people miss, insulin is not just food. Chronically high cortisol from stress and bad sleep can keep glucose up and insulin up. So if you're eating ribeye but sleeping 4 hours and arguing with your boss and scrolling TikTok till midnight, your pancreas is like, we're doing this again? Part of lowering insulin is lowering the body's perception of threat. That's why I teach nest and rope principles. Because if the nervous system is on fire, the metabolism won't cooperate. So here's your doctor coach homework. Eat to satiety, really eat, so you don't have to graze. Condense eating to 2 to 3 meals, lose the liquid calories in creamy coffees for 3 weeks, trial, no dairy, measure, don't guess, then decide. If you do that and weight starts moving, energy comes back, cravings drop, boom, you just proved it was insulin. Not carnivore doesn't work. You did need to leave carnivore. You needed to stop poking your insulin. And if you're watching this thinking, but my sister eats cheese all day and loses weight good, celebrate her. That's her metabolism. Yours may need stricter windows right now. Bio-individuality is not an insult. It's a gift. It tells us where to press. Let me wrap up with this. Your body is not broken. It's protective. It's been listening to the signals you send it. If you send we're eating all day, it stores. If you send we feast then rest, it burns. If you send we are safe, we sleep, we move, we nourish. It heals. You don't need a more complicated diet. You need a cleaner signal. So here's the signals we're going to send this week. Insulin, sit down. Fat, come out of storage. Brain, get your energy back. Inflammation, you're evicted. And I really appreciate you coming to my channel. And if this video helped, tell me in the comments where your biggest carnivore stumbling block is. Coffee, cheese, or I just like to chew. And if you want more root cause, low carb, fix your metabolism real content, tap on that like button, subscribe here, or check out the video on the screen. Your future self is gonna thank you. I'll see you in the next video.